The 50-year story of SIM is a celebration of the Institute and the people who have helped make Singapore what it is. It is a story about who we are, what we believe in, and how we have helped fulfill aspirations and touch lives along the way. Singapore became part of the Malaysian Federation in 1963 and gained independence in 1965. With no natural resources and a largely uneducated population, the nation was rife with social and economic challenges. It needed trained leaders and managers, people equipped with the professional knowledge and skills to manage businesses and support the nation's growth. In 1964, the Economic Development Board initiated the Singapore Institute of Management, and Dr. Richard Yu was asked to lead it.
Our job was to provide management education and opportunities to the middle range of managers who are all locals.
SIM started out as a not-for-profit membership society with seed funding from the EDB and the Ford Foundation. To build a professional management culture from scratch, it had to be innovative, resourceful, and work closely with industry. By the end of the 60s, a portfolio of training courses had been introduced to enhance managerial capabilities as the country's workforce expanded.
If we look at Singapore in the 70s, early 70s, we were a nation just coming into being. So we had, in terms of human resources, we had people, but they were not so well trained. So that's what organizations like SIM contributed to Singapore by helping to train larger and larger cohorts of people who were entering the working community.
As a membership organization, SIM also became an important hub for both individual and corporate members to network and share best practices.
I think when you put people in a very immersive environment, or take them out from a room, go visit a company behind the scenes, see how it works, or talk to the business owner up front, and they network with like-minded people from different industries, and that's when the magic of networking comes alive.
With the economy and businesses growing fast, there was a need for more intensive management training.
Although government had an adult education board, but the adult education board was providing more literacy and numeracy than skills in terms of work skills or skills in terms of academic learning.
In 1973, SIM introduced a 2-year diploma in management studies. This was the first dedicated course that equipped professionals to meet increasing business demands.
The DMS program was, for my cohort, the only answer to what we're looking for. And that is a program that we can get ourselves grounded in business skills. There was nothing else available. And those of us who enrolled in the program were just delighted there was something like that offered by SIM.
The DMS was a breakthrough program which set the ground for SIM to move into adult higher education, and is still the foundation for numerous management and business studies today. Throughout the 70s, SIM continued to introduce many innovative learning platforms to further develop professional management practices in business executives. To address the needs of the Chinese-speaking business community, SIM subsequently introduced a suite of diploma in business studies taught in Mandarin in 1981.
因为像我们早期我们都读华文教育的，我们确实是没有像现在那些受英文教育的朋友有那么多的机会去接触整个世界上的一些资讯。那么因为在 SIM 这样的一个华文的课程上，确实是提升了我们这些华文教育，尤其是像我们这样有年级的啊。
In 1984, to supplement its publicly run professional development courses, SIM set up its in-house training and consultancy unit.
SIM had traditionally been giving short courses, public programs, creating awareness of what management was, supervision was. But after a little while, we felt that it would be more effective to bring this in-company. More people can be trained. It's more cost-effective in the sense that there will be more implementation, less of a learning decay.
Working closely with public and private companies, its consultants developed customized management programs to enhance organizations' effectiveness. the Housing and Development Board was one client which needed a consistent management system to permeate its 14,800 staff to deliver well and quickly.
Well, we actually scouted around the market to look for a system that was result-based, and was very happy that SIM could offer such a system. In the end, we sent something like over 300 senior officers of high potential for training, but starting with me in the first class.
Rapid industrialization also created new career options for higher qualified workers, and many aspired to get a degree.
In the 80s, education opportunity was quite limited for school leavers, let alone working adults. At that point in time, there were only 2 universities, out of which only one was offering management education. And after the diploma programs, our graduates were looking for further studies, especially at undergraduate level.
To provide alternative higher education pathways for school leavers and working adults, SIM pioneered partnerships with prestigious overseas universities to offer their degrees locally. The first collaboration was with the University of London in 1986, followed by the Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology 2 years later.
Way back in the 80s, when I started my studies, there wasn't ample opportunity for adult learners. SIM is one of the very few that offer opportunities for adult learners like me to get a degree.
Having established itself as the leader in private higher education and lifelong learning, SIM was now ready to step up and play a bigger role. Recognizing its strong track record, the Ministry of Education invited SIM to facilitate a nationwide effort to upgrade teachers through a collaboration with the British Open University in 1993.
The Open University degree program that SIM conducted for our teachers was a success. It was a risk, having to collaborate with an institution outside to offer degree programs, but it was a risk worth taking because SIM was a known institution with a good history.
The Open University program subsequently expanded into other disciplines and further enabled working professionals to upgrade their qualifications.
SIM has enabled me, I think, to accomplish a lot more things that I never imagined I can do. For example, I never imagined I can be an entrepreneur and start a business, and I'm starting to employ and create jobs for these people, and at the same time providing services for a lot of organizations in Singapore.
As the world moved into the information age and our economy surged ahead, SIM continued to push forward with its spirit of innovative adventure. At the start of the millennium, the private education sector was growing rapidly. SIM had fulfilled its mission well, but needed a new direction to ride the waves of change and stay at the forefront.
An organization like SIM, like all great organizations, need a sense of purpose. And I felt that actually it was unclear about its purpose because the earlier purpose of executive education was being overtaken by many other organizations which were offering the same. So our role was no longer distinctive. And I decided that with lack of clarity of purpose, with so much resources on hand, there must be, a new way forward.
In 2005, SIM reinvented itself through 3 education brands focusing on different segments of learners: SIM Professional Development, SIM Global Education, and the SIM University.
It was conceived that we would use the executive education program to use the private education initiative in the form of SIM Global today to be a for-profit enterprise. So within the organization of SIM, we had a for-profit enterprise and a not-for-profit university. And little did we then know we had created actually a social enterprise.
With the first private university for working adults, SIM enabled new possibilities for lifelong learning.
The university was conceived as a university for working adults right from the beginning. And this has become our strength in that we harness the experience of our students. We've also harnessed the experience of associates we bring from industry to teach.
SIM University allowed students to balance work, family and study commitments through a flexible combination of classroom and e-learning modules.
To suit working adults, we need to have learning anytime, anywhere, and at their own pace. And to do that, we have to have e-learning. So some of my students tell me, I'm attending a midnight university. I ask why. I have to work when I go home. I have to give time to my family. When they go to bed, I start to learn. So it is a midnight university. So to do that, you cannot have a classroom situation. So you need e-learning.
The most challenging part is really when we are becoming the first-time parents, we do not really know what to expect. So due to the flexibility that UNISIM offer, we were able to defer 2 modules for a semester, slowing down our pace a bit. So when we welcome parenthood and thereafter we can pick up our pace again and continue to finish our course within the shortest time as possible.
In less than a decade since its establishment, UNISIM has been designated by the government to run publicly funded full-time programs.
When the Prime Minister visited us 2 years ago, he was happy to see what we have achieved. And next year we are likely to have a law school as well, which shows the government's confidence in UNISIM being a good university.
To support a holistic education and prepare students for the new economy, SIM invested $300 million to double its campus size at Clementi Road by 2014. In just 5 decades, SIM has grown from strength to strength. It is now home to over 50,000 members, 36,000 students, and 130,000 alumni.
All of my lectures are delivered by overseas faculty. So that means people fly over to deliver their lectures, and I learn everything, not just in terms of like my Singaporean context being in Singapore, but also in terms of international experiences.
SIM has helped me to fulfill my aspiration by giving me a pathway to finish my degree and learn different soft skills.
I think the various programs and workshops, things like the yoga sessions provided in school, it's very useful for the students' holistic development, and that's a big part of SIM that I enjoy.
All of our students have been inspired to fulfill their aspirations and build a brighter future for themselves and Singapore.
When I look back at the last 50 years, it makes me very proud. In only 50 years, we have gone from a 2-story shop house to a multi-location modern campus. Our courses have created education opportunities for all Singaporeans, which have allowed our businessmen, leaders, and innovators to compete on the world stage. If we have achieved all this in only 50 years, imagine what we will achieve in another 50.
As we celebrate our first 50 years, we draw inspiration from our journey and pride in our accomplishments. We stand ready to embrace the future as we continue to further our mission in fostering leadership and management excellence through lifelong learning.